Like damn, she wanna afford a tattoo. I say I own it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into Monday Night Raw from September the 16th, 2024. A pretty decent episode of Monday Night Raw. The show was solid, pretty fun for the most part. So we kicked the show for CM Punk. He comes out, he gets on the mic. He's pissed off. He looks angry. He says he knows that a lot of people ask him, how many matches does he have left in these old bones of his? He said, depending on how it makes makes you feel and all that, whether it makes you feel tremendously happy or disappointing, the answer is more than you think. When he came back to WWE, he didn't come back to make friends. That doesn't mean he didn't come back to make one more enemy, that being Drew McIntyre. And he knows the only way to end it between him and McIntyre is Hell in a Cell. He says he was naive to think that this was over because he touched 4 turnbuckles in Berlin. Maybe Drew was a little bit naive to think it was over because he dumped him in Chicago and tried to drag his wife and dog into this mess. CM Punk says the last time he was in Portland, he told Drew, if you push me far enough, I'll become the devil himself. And the devil is here now. The devil is in his heart. I mean, the devil in his heart tells him the only way this ends is in Hell in a Cell. The same heart that Drew said he would get to stop beating. And he can't promise Drew that he'll kill him, because he won't make promises he 100% can't keep and deliver on. So CM Punk said this probably should have stopped the second time Drew was in the hospital 2 weeks ago, but he was too stubborn. He says Drew's fatal mistake in all of this is not getting the job done, and now that things are drastically different, people can ask him how many hundreds of matches does he have left. Punk says the answer is 0. He said that his sister asked him not to do this, his wife as well. Maybe the devil, maybe the angel on his shoulder begged him not to do this. Punk says, armed with all the information, he says he'll explain why he's going to do it. He says that he's going to make Drew McIntyre bleed, and Drew's going to kill him because he's prepared to die. Prepared for his heart to stop beating. Prepared for all this to be over. He had a great career, and if this is the end, so be it. He prepared for this to be the end of CM Punk, and if Drew is prepared for this to be the end of Drew McIntyre, he'll see him in hell. And that was it. This was great. Really good stuff. I love this. This is a real serious promo by CM Punk. You can tell he meant every single solitary word. And I'm down for this. We all know that this is going to be the main event for sure. And this is all we needed. So this was good. Excellent stuff here. Moving right along. So Kathy Kelly, she's backstage with Sheamus. He got the promo. He says that he taught Pete Dunne too well, and it's time to inflict pain on a protege. And people say, whatever you do, don't call him Butch. He hates being called Butch. The fans chant Butch. Sheamus says tonight, Pete Dunne becomes his Butch, because he asks the fans if they're ready for a banger. So this leads us into the first match of the night. Pete Dunne defeats Sheamus. Okay, it is what it is. Oh well, that sucks for Sheamus, but it is what it is. I don't know why Triple H continues to push Pete Dunne. Makes no damn sense to me, but I don't know. Moving right along, we go backstage. Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins, start walking backstage. Jey Uso stops them, and he tells Damien Priest that he'll have his eyes on his match with Dominic Mysterio. So in comes Xavier Woods, and he tells Rhea Ripley and Damien Priest that they haven't seen eye to eye. But this was in the past. He says he and Kofi want to go at it alone tonight for the tag team titles. And he's asking Damien Priest and Rhea to stay out of it. Priest says he can respect that. Jey Uso yeets, as does Rhea Ripley. And then that was it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Pretty cool stuff. Moving on. So, Braun Strowman, he's getting ready for his match with Big Bronson Reed. When The Miz walks up to him, Braun Strowman, he shows off a bruised bicep injury. He says he's ready for Big Bronson Reed. Miz asks what Strowman meant when he said Miz was no match for Bronson Reed. Braun Strowman insists that he meant no offense, but sometimes it takes a monster to beat someone like Bronson Reed. And then Miz tells him to be ready. Okay. That's cool, I guess. I wish the Miz would turn heel. I really do. I'm so ready for a damn Miz heel turn again. Let's go, please. Moving on. Natalya defeats Zoe Stark. Oh my God, I don't care about this. This sucks. Why? Because I do not like Natalya and I despise Zoe Stark. I don't give a shit about any of this. So who cares? Moving on. Kathy Kelly, she's backstage with Rhea Ripley. So she asks Rhea how her knee is. Finn Balor interrupts and says that he's been meaning to catch up with Rhea. She's giving him a chance to speak. So Finn Balor says he really feels Rhea is just as bad as Damien Priest. He said they were a family and acted like she cared, but all she wanted, all she cared about was herself. So Finn Balor says he's tired of being blamed for what happened to the Judgment Day. Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley are the reason he didn't become world champion last year. They're the reason for everything that's happened to the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley retorts and says Finn Balor isn't going to rewrite history to protect his own ego. They were a family. Rhea kept them from fighting because she loved her family. If Finn Balor wants to make them the bad guys in his fictional story at Bad Blood, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, and Dominic Mysterio and the two other bozos will be destroyed. Finn Balor says he has one more thing to see. When Liv Morgan is putting the moves on Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor was the devil on Dominic's shoulders, telling him to go to Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley, she snarls at him. Jey Uso walks up and asks if there's a problem. Finn Balor says he's just catching up with an old friend. Finn Balor he warns Jey Uso to worry about the Intercontinental Championship because Rhea Ripley is out of his league. Then Finn Balor walks off. Ripley thanks Jey Uso, but she thinks Finn Balor has a point. He needs to focus on the title. And Jey Uso says he's on the way to the ring right now. Okay, that was a pretty cool little segment. Really good stuff. Makes sense. I get what they're saying. But I am tired of Judgment Day. I really am. The concept is way too old, but I like what they're doing, but it is kind of old. This has been going on way too long, in my opinion. Continuing on. So, Braun Breaker, he comes out. No, my bad. Jey Uso comes out. So he says that he's going for his first championship, and he's excited about it. Jey Uso wanted it to be his first when he came to Monday Night Raw and left the Bloodline. Jey Uso doesn't need any help. He can be his own man and get his first title, finally be main event Jey Uso. So Braun Breaker comes out. Braun Breaker says he told Jey Uso to stay away, but here he is with this ruthless pursuit of his Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker sarcastically says it is inspiring that he thinks he can do this by himself, but he doesn't need his family to succeed as a single star. Braun Breaker did his homework. He said Jey Uso's been here for 14 years. That's a long time. Jey Uso is a star, a big one of the biggest in WWE. The crowd loves him. Braun Breaker says that he managed to do more as a singles star in 6 months than Jey Uso has done in his whole career. Braun Breaker did it without his father and his uncle. Braun Breaker didn't need his family's name. He did it all by himself. The title is his family. I love that. this is what he fights for. Braun Breaker's a dog. Arr, arr. That's what he does. Next Monday, when they fight for the title, Braun Breaker will expose Jey Uso because he's nothing without his family. So, Jey Uso, he says that Braun Breaker's got that dog in him. He's not going to take Braun Breaker lightly. Braun Breaker's been here for 6 months, and he's been here for 14 years winning championships. Braun Breaker was in diapers. Next week, he'll dog walk his ass. Jey Uso says, we'll see what Braun Breaker is made of. It might be short and sweet, like Braun Breaker's NFL career. And this pisses off Braun Breaker, so Braun Breaker takes off his jacket, and he decks Jey Uso with a punch, and then he attempts to go for a spear, which he does hit. But Jay ducks it, and then Jay hits him with a spear of his own. So that's cool. I like that. Really good stuff there. So, good stuff. Good stuff for Jey Uso. I really like Jey Uso. He's good. Is he going to win next week? Hell no. Why would he win? It wouldn't make any sense for that to happen. But we know Rikishi's probably hoping and praying that it does, but it's not going to happen, Rikishi. It's not. Not at all, my brother. Not at all. Moving on. So, Bianca Belair, she's backstage with Jade Cargill. So, EO Sky, she approaches him. She's furious. She yells that Kairi Sane has an injured eye and can't compete. Bianca Belair says she didn't ask for the match against Kairi Sane, but steps up when her number is called. If Kairi Sane can't compete tonight, then EO Sky should fight in their place. And then EO Sky accepts. Okay. So the Judgment Day, they defeat the New Day. Because why would they win anyway? So the LWO, they got involved basically. Because they knew that the Judgment Day is going to always have the numbers basically. To cause more dissension. So post-match, Kofi Kingston goes to have Xavier Woods up, but Xavier Woods shuns his assistants. Woods yells at Kofi Kingston, and then he leaves the ring with his partner. Kofi looks confused. Xavier Woods says that he's tired of this. Me and you both, pal. I'm with you. I'm on that same boat. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the New Day. They suck. Not being mean, but it's just the truth. Moving on. So we get a Wyatt 6 promo from Bo Dallas. Bo says, even now the words of the red grow stronger. Whispers like 1,000 voices screaming in silence. Guiding the knife into our hands are one and the same. You speak, we follow. Okay. I have no idea what he's talking about, but okay, cool, I guess. Moving on. So, Kathy Kelly, she's doing a backstage interview with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston says he can't talk. He needs to find Xavier Woods. So, Kofi Kingston, he finds Xavier Woods yelling at the LWO. Xavier Woods says they cost him the titles. Kofi Kingston says he asked the LWO to have their backs to fend off the numbers game. Xavier Woods is not happy about this, that Kofi made that decision on his own. Kingston says they didn't need the help before because they had Big E. And so this pissed off Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods asked if Kofi Kingston thinks he's not good enough, which he's correct. They do need help because you're losing every week and, you're always outnumbered. Why does the LWO another plan for the title match? But Xavier Woods is left in the dark. Xavier Woods doesn't know what's going on anymore, and then he walks off angrily. Okay, that's fine. Moving right along. Big Bronson Reed. He wants to tell a story about a monster. Bronson Reed has had opportunities taken away time and time again. He was deemed too dangerous and a hazard to the roster. Bronson Reed had to show how dangerous he really was. He took out Seth Rollins, R-Truth, The Miz, and Braun Strowman. Then he got COVID-19, and they gave his opportunity to Braun Strowman. But Bronson Reed won't cry about it. He'll do something about it. He'll finish the job with Strowman. The story won't be about Braun Strowman, the monster. It'll be about Braun Strowman the victim to WWE's true monster, Big Bronson Reed. Nice. So this led us into our next match, but it really wasn't a match because Bronson Reed got thrown into the top turnbuckle and it came off. The two of them had a massive brawl, and Braun Strowman basically got real physical with Bronson Reed. So Braun, he hit a choke slam, and then Strowman was about to go for the Strowman Express, but Bronson Reed, he grabbed the fan. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And so he grabs the fan, he launches him lawn dart style to Braun Strowman, which was funny. I laughed. I was like, oh shit, that was cool. So then they went to the backstage area. Braun, he tips over a golf cart, and then Bronson Reed, he hit a splash off through a table, and then Bronson Reed pulls himself up, and then Braun Strowman spears him through a wall, and this was insane. This was great. I loved this. This was excellent. So this was fucking awesome. I'm loving what they're doing with both guys. You know, Braun Strowman is okay at times, and Bronson Reed, I like what they've been doing with him for a little bit. So this is good. Hopefully they can be on Bad Blood, but they probably won't because Triple H continues to treat the main roster like NXT and constantly wants the card to be 5 matches, which sucks. Moving right along. So Adam Pearce, he's backstage with the referee. He's on the phone. He wants updates on Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. So Ludwig Kaiser walks in and asks if an adequate challenger has been found for Gunther. Adam Pearce says Sami Zayn would be an adequate opponent. Kaiser disagrees. So we see Sami Zayn entering the arena on the television screen in Pearce's office. And Kaiser's not happy. So Adam Pearce tells Ludwig Kaiser to go tell Gunther he can talk to Adam Pearce himself. So Sami Zayn comes out, and he says that he's been thinking all week that he wants to be him. Sami Zayn needs the World Heavyweight Championship. Sami Zayn needs to be the guy defending the title in the ring week in, week out. That's the type of champion the people deserve. Unfortunately, Gunther has repeatedly declined every challenge from Sami Zayn. Gunther says it's because Sami Zayn's on his level. Sami Zayn says he doesn't believe that, and Gunther doesn't either. Sami Zayn knows that he's in Gunther's head. Gunther remembers what happened at WrestleMania in Philadelphia, and Sami Zayn faces him again. Gunther knows Sami Zayn has beaten him before, and he's going to do it again. More than anything, Sami Zayn thinks Gunther is scared. So Ludwig Kaiser comes out. He asks Sami Zayn what's he doing. Out of everybody out here, what's Sami Zayn doing in the middle of the ring asking for a World Heavyweight Championship match against Gunther? What nonsense, what is that nonsense about Gunther being scared of Sami Zayn? Why would he be? Gunther's the most dominant dominant force in WWE right now. If anything, he was trying to protect and save Sami Zayn from the worst embarrassment of his entire life. Sami Zayn wants to talk about WrestleMania, so Kaiser will. So WrestleMania was undoubtedly the greatest night of Sami Zayn's career. For the first and only time, Kaiser saw Sami Zayn's whole family looking up to him rather than looking down. Ludwig Kaiser has some advice. Miracles never happen twice. Then Kaiser says Sami Zayn, he tells him to take it, run with it, and enjoy it. This is never going to happen again. I love this. This was great. I love this promo. Excellent stuff here by Kaiser. Kaiser is a gem. He's great. So Sami Zayn says that He finds it strange that Kaiser's out here advocating for Gunther. Gunther doesn't need Kaiser to talk for him. Gunther doesn't need Kaiser for anything. Sami Zayn thinks that Kaiser doesn't need Gunther either. Sami Zayn is talking about his desire to prove himself, as does Kaiser. That's why he turned on Giovanni Vinci. Kaiser wants to stand on his own 2 feet and show the world what he's capable of. Does he think he'll win the respect by being Gunther's mouthpiece? If Ludwig Kaiser wants to say something to his face, that's fine. Sami Zayn tells Kaiser to have the balls to speak for himself. So Gunther comes out with this. Gunther says that he'll address Sami Zayn, his challenge, in a little bit. As for Kaiser, is there something that he needs to tell him? Gunther says, tells him to say it. Kaiser then thinks about it. He says, there's something he's trying to get off for such a long time, and then he attacks Sami Zayn. He hits his swinging DDT on Sami Zayn, and then Gunther chops Sami. Gunther says, Sami, regarding your challenge for his title, the answer is still no. And then so Gunther walks up the ramp and dips out, but then Sami Zayn, he fights back and he hits a haluva kick on Giovanni Vinci, and that was it. That's fine. I like this. This is really good stuff, you know. Sami Zayn, he constantly looks homeless week in, week out, but, you know, it is what it is. But Sami Zayn is good, you know. He's a good guy. I like Sami Zayn. I just wish he had a better looking appearance, you know. He looks very unkept, and he just does not look, you know, like the pro wrestling type, but he is. But, you know, moving on. So Damien Priest is backstage with Kathy Kelly. So Liv Morgan walks up. She calls Damien Priest and Rhea 2 lonely, desperate losers trying to hang on to their old spotlight. Damien Priest says that when Rhea gets her hands on Liv Morgan, she'll shove her down her throat. As for Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan needs to kiss him goodbye. When Priest gets his hands on him, he'll put her scumbag boyfriend down. And then Damien Priest is just getting started with those boys. Okay, all right, that's fine. Next, Io Sky defeats Bianca Belair via roll-up in a really good match. This should have taken place on pay-per-view, which it did a while back, a little while ago. This was great. So, you know, I like this. So, good stuff here. Excellent stuff. Moving on, so Damien Priest is backstage. He's warming up when Rhea Ripley walks up. She asks him to tear Dirty Dom apart. Damien Priest says they will continue taking out this lame-ass Judgment Day. Moving on. So Chad Gable says that he's survived the nightmare. He says they're done with the Wyatt Six. Gable says you can't kill him. The American spirit, an American made. Ivy now says it's time to bring respect and honor back to the ring. Chad Gable says they won't quit or surrender. They don't run from history. They make history. Okay. All right. We'll see what they're going to do. Moving on. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Ludwig Kaiser, who's pissed. Kaiser says it doesn't matter that Sami Zayn's words resonated with him or not. He'll face Sami Zayn next week. He says that Sami Zayn talks about how he would turn on Kevin Owens and out of jealousy. Kaiser says he'll show the world that Sami Zayn is nothing but a sad, bitter man, jealous of his best friend. Sami Zayn is jealous that Kevin Owens is what he'll never be, a world champion. Nice. Moving on. So, Jey Uso, he walks with Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov wishes him the best of luck. And then Jey Uso yeets. So this leads us to the main event of the evening. The Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor, Jerry McDonough. No, my bad. I'm sorry about that. It's Dirty Dom and Damien Priest. So Damien Priest gets the win. Post-match, he gets beaten down by the Judgment Day. He succumbs to the numbers. Jey Uso attempts to save Rhea, but it doesn't happen because Braun comes out of nowhere and spears the shit out of Jey Uso. And then post-match, Finn Balor does 3 coup de grâces and takes out Damien Priest. And the Judgment Day, they stand tall, and that was the show. So this was fun. Really good stuff here. Monday Night Raw was good. I liked the CM Punk promo. That was great. I enjoyed the Judgment Day stuff, even though it's getting kind of old, but that's fine. Kaiser is pretty good, so I like what he's doing. So this is some good stuff, man. This is some good stuff. Really good stuff. The New Day dissension, I don't care about it. It's done. We don't care about the New Day. Who cares about the New Day? But Raw was pretty okay. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.